Well, that is a good assumption, Tom, because that you know that does happen. Sleep talking. I'm sleep tangling. So welcome everyone, and yeah, I see the numbers going up now. So if we by chance have anyone that's new to the call or new to Zentangle, if you want, put in the chat where say hi, where you're from, and say if you're on a tablet or a phone, you probably have to like tap the screen, and then you'll see the little chat symbol. I think it depends on your device, so it should be there, and then I think you just tap it or swipe it or something to get back to seeing. And I'm being distracted by the chat, and then also all that. So because I said things out of order, and sometimes when you do that, then that doesn't help. Oh, and if you're on a desktop or a laptop, you just see where it says attendees and just click on chat next to it. That's where I was going. And also, just so you know, if you want to get rid of the chat, you can hide that whole side panel if you want to. But the chat is worth, keeping on because it's quite funny. And speaking of that, we want to use the chat primarily for, if you have a question, and or something, or if I'm sliding off the screen, I'll try to pay good attention to it. It is in my line of sight, so I should see it better than before, and because it's a lot easier to hear when we see the typing. So and I think that's it. I don't need to mention because nobody is on with their webcam, so thank you for keeping those off so that way those on the small screens can see. And let me share. So we are premiering another, for those that were not on this morning, another of Deb's wonderful tangles, and Debbie Minero is on the call. And all right, okay. So this is, I just put my version of the step out, and I still have to do my little write-up thing on it, and I will hopefully do that. Well, maybe not tonight. It might be tomorrow. Okay, and then I put a link to her Instagram. So number one, if you're on Instagram, you could follow her. And then two, that I have that's her step out there. And then this last one is going to be her sketchbook design. So kind of like variations, but it's fun to see her playing with that. And let's see. Oh, I was like, wait, let me see what do we have in the chat? Like subtitles. There's no. That would be nice though, wouldn't it? um Let's see. Okay. And so I'm going to share my screen. We'll talk through this, and then you can get an idea. So you can see on the screen what Mom and I did, and for for a couple ideas. But share my screen. And yeah. And then I make it worse on top just because I have to give you a run for your money. Okay, Jody. Well, welcome. And first time here. Have you tangled before? That's the question. I'm glad that you got in. Yeah, and if you came in, yeah, hopefully, did you come in through Eventbrite? And thanks to Z for letting me know that code was wrong. Okay, so this is Cha-Bukra from Debbie Minero, and I'll the inspiration. I think I do still have that up, so I will share that also in a moment. And and Trevi sent me a private message. No worries. We're actually just getting started because we're kibitzing up until this point and having fun. So yeah. So again, since we've had some joining in, because some of it, if you came in through Eventbrite, that was my bad. But feel free to say hi, where you're from in the chat, and if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, we'd like to know. So this starts off with we call it kind of a flux shape, and actually I see somebody, Carla, I'm gonna mute you because I'm getting some background noise. There we go. And yes, and hi. And so it starts off with the flux shape or a teardrop shape. going straight up, and then one to either side. And so, of course, you can have fun playing with the sizes of those. And I changed up the order just a little bit from Deb's, and that was mostly for me, but we'll show Deb's in a moment. And so then we're going to aura all of that, which if you're new to aura is just to outline. And then we add two more little flux shapes coming out of these little corners, just kind of tucked in there. And then you can get as fancy as you want with this, with another aura. This is what Deb had, and I tried to do my best with it. But then if you take a look at Deb's step out, let me make this just a, oh no, it doesn't make it bigger on Instagram. It just goes weird. Okay. Same thing. But Deb does the big aura like right after this aura. So either way, whatever works for you. I always like to point that out. And then of course, I think I put the line dots in at the end on mine is kind of part of the decoration. But what I love about Deb's work, we can. It's nice that she put some variations in, different ways to use it, because this is kind of a standalone or a freestanding tangle, so it's not necessarily something you would fill in like a grid tangle, or a tangle that fill in a section with. Although you could put this in a section, it's just a little different. So I like that. Yeah, decorate and play. She also has a rounded variation. So because I had trouble doing these little extra wings, and so I was like, oh yes, I'm going to try that, and that's what I did on mine. And here it is as a border, Mom.
Yeah, I'm doing mine different.
Oh, okay. So as a border, or doing
yes,
it
as a border, but in the round, but top to bottom, not side to side. We shall see how it works.
That will be exciting to see. And then I like this too, where she kind of has some windows pulled out, and and I just noticed down here where it has it's kind of curled in.
On the rounded variation too, she has the bottoms pointy, not rounded.
Oh, yes.
She rounded in the one next to it with the two flared out things, and then on that one, just another way to go.
I didn't even notice that. I don't know where I think my eyeballs went just to the sides or something, and yeah, that might make it. It's neat because it just creates a different look. And then here is the sketchbook, and so you can just see her different variations and playing with it and exploring, because this is the inspiration. And when I asked it came from her bedspread. And then two, and I have to, well, I know I didn't write it down. But some of it also from, what is it? The name came from, and Deb, if you even want to open your mic and explain, it was from it was with the chakras and all of that.
Yeah, when I was kind of looking around for stuff, and when you Google chakras, the shape that is in most of the images reminds you of that Buddha person sitting there with their hands on their knees out with the chakras down the middle, and the one on the top kind of gives you that pointy look. So I put chakra and Buddha together for Cha-Bukra.
Yeah, it works. It works. Yeah, because it did make me think of that as well. And like Mom, you were saying, earlier, it looks
Persian or a Aladdin. I was thinking of Aladdin and a rug.
Yeah. So so that gives you some ideas. And Penny, thank you. Now the meetup link, I know I went and fixed that one, so I'm gonna have to go and we'll adjust that one too. Gosh darn. Oh, the minute I think I've done everything that I do my job. So well, I'm glad that you're on. And I know on there too, I just go to my website, I put it on there, and then every once in a while, it all happens. But thank you for letting me know. All right, so we have that. And I think, yeah, so that is everything there. We stop the screen share. And then too, for those that are new to the call, you can either follow what I'm going to do, which I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Because I have this handy, I'm going to work on a tan tile. And or you can watch Mom, or you can do a little of both. It's up to you. I decided on my earlier one, because these are like the Flux Shape. I was like, well, I'm just going to go Flux crazy, and I just added it. I'm probably going to fill in the rest. I hadn't quite decided, but you can add things to it and just have whatever fun that you want to have. And let me do this really quick while we watch it. So Mom just has to either move the camera or move so that way we can see what she's doing, because she's going to do things differently, and that it makes us want to know.
I can move the camera.
Right. All right, let me copy. Yeah, because I know I do know that I changed that meetup one. Oh, we're in it now, so I guess I can't edit it. Well, manage. Oh, I'm in it, and that makes we'll have to have a word with them, because I know I changed that. Let me pause in here for a moment.
Oh, hi.
Okay, message the people that are on there. Okay, there we go. I know, don't they know? It's our tangle time. Okay. So, I think there were so many neat things earlier too. I'm going to first pull up there. Okay. And let's use, still stuck on green, so let's see. I'm going to do kind of what she did earlier. We'll just see if I can do it. So I'm going to start with a Flux Shape. I'm going to put one in each, aiming to each corner. These are going to have to end up having to be small, maybe. Sometimes that's a challenge I know that I have is gauging when you need to have room on either side. Let's see. Oh, well, it was all right. I did all right by myself on Tuesday. It was okay. All right, then these guys off to this side.
It's a good thing I worked ahead. I had to leave the room for a minute.
Oh, who called you?
Huh?
Who called you?
Well, it's
You were joking. You said, "How they don't know that they didn't know it was
Ryan. So the guy that did our driveway and all the cement.
Oh,
I had a call in for him to give us an estimate. He doesn't do blacktop or asphalt anymore. He just does cement. And I'm thinking that might be better, because when you get blacktop, you have to coat it every so often, and
well, then you drag in the black. We do know somebody that does, but I don't know how small of a job that they would do.
And anyway, so I contacted him like a week and a half ago or so, and he was going to call me with a time when he could come out, and then I didn't hear anything. But like in the next day or so, I saw a post by his wife that
Nice.
he was in the hospital. and and he had emergency gallbladder surgery
Oh
and
no.
also a root canal that same week. So
Well, you just get it over with.
yeah, sounds like he had lots of fun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wish that week.
Oh, it was Ryan. We're all family now. You
Yeah.
just, that, Okay. Now for this little, well, I'm going to at least get these 4, and then I'm going to figure out where I'm going to go from there. I don't know. Just going to let the tangle take me where it will. That's right. You did get to see family pictures this morning. That was funny. Well, I'll have to, and I think when I was scrolling through your photos on Facebook, Mom, I think I saw the one with me with the witch's hat on. I said, we'll save that for, that's going to be
Oh,
that'll be for the club,
the one for
faith
you,
class.
of you
Yeah.
with the witches? Yeah. When you were 3 months old?
So that'll be an extra perk for those that are coming to the autumny spooky tangles class. Okay, so let me move this up to where it can be seen. Okay, now I'm gonna look back and see how I want to do that. Maybe I have enough room. I can maybe do that. Oh, I know how let's see. I like the little, the things going off to the side. Just, but I'm also thinking maybe I'll do it. I'll find it. Yeah, you know me. I'm gonna find a different way to do it. No, I won't cut it out of the video. It's too much work. That's why I have a note to myself is, to make sure to cut it off. And occasionally I have slipped, as you guys know, um, to cut off the video, as we've looked at the screenshots for a while, because it is just not the funnest thing in the world to try to edit some of these. So I'm doing my aura from the top down, and let's see, because if I want to do this, there was just a little circle, because everything was kind of aura the way we normally would, except then we put like just a little curve line there, and then one going way out, then this will be like an S shape-ish type of thing. Now look at that. Oh, I did it. Let's see if I can do it again. We'll see. I think I have to do this one upside down. All right, I'm done. I'm not going to chance it anymore. Oh, that's going to look interesting, Mom.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how I want to proceed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of want this one to tie in with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just going to make these meet. Well, that might not look too strange.
Let's see.
It looks pretty strange right now.
Yeah. Luna says, yeah, it says, oh, y'all upside down. No, her phone is flipping. It's like, there we go. Let me get that mine more. Let me raise mine up. I must have lowered it or something. I probably knocked it as I was doing stuff. Yeah, Jennifer, thank you. You're holding your breath for me too. Hi, Inez joining us late because I had things goofed up, probably.
Heather, you have about 4 other people in the room on the site. We could not get in because the code said it was for a July session.
Yeah, no, and I put it in the comments.
It didn't show up anywhere on the site.
Yeah, because I just put it because I was just made alerted of that because I changed it earlier, which is
So no, I got on because I text Jen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, and I put it in the comments on the site, and I just don't know if everybody sees that or not. You know what? Let me try. I wonder if I can.
I think it's Penny, Denny, and Demi, and Hillary that were left out also.
Yeah, I'm gonna click. I can click contact attendees. Let me do that. And maybe no, because that one I know. I was like, I went. And I was surprised because it had been like opening things in a new window, which was made it confusing. And then it didn't do that. I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad they fixed it. Well, apparently something else is wrong. Why won't it? Wow. Maybe they're having, because it's not letting me do. Oh, yes, I'm going to. I'm here, yes. But yeah, it won't let me. It won't let me edit it after the fact. Tools. Contact. Let's try that way. Oh, there. All right. Maybe that way if it sends an email. I don't know. You'll let me know. You might get an email or something. I don't know how it works.
Okay, I will because I overslept this morning. So
oh no,
no, not missing both of them.
Oh, and let me put in, just because they're probably way up in the chat. Let me put in, have some that are just started. So, and Cassie came in through the website. Yeah, the website is always the best. Oh, good. Oh, Hillary, thank you. Yeah, saw the new link in the comments. Awesome. And Jenny, awesome. Yeah, that's why it's like if I put it on my website, I try to do that first, and then and go from there. So I'm putting these the links in here again so that we don't have to scroll way up. And so we're premiering Debbie Minero's Cha-Bukra, and yeah, and that's everything. So and so I will briefly talk through since you guys are just joining. So it starts off. Well, I can share my screen real quick, and then that way, to make it easier, you have the links. But okay, there we go. Yeah, so this one starts off, and if you're and I'm thinking everyone that yeah, because it was Jenny, you've been on before. If you're seasoned-ish, so we start off with a flux. We call this a flux shape because that's kind of a tangle or a teardrop, whatever way you want to think about it. So one going straight up, and then one to either side, and then we aura all of those, and kind of leaving a gap in the middle there. Then adding 2 more flux shapes on top of that aura, and then this is where you can have extra fun, and I'll show her Deb's work. So this is a big aura, and this is what I'm doing, and luckily I have 2 more, and I'll show you because I tried to do it kind of like all in one, starting here and going all the way around, and it was not comfortable, but I think I found a better way to do it. So here is here's Deb's step out, and just so you can see some of the variation. So you don't have to do these extra wings if you don't want to. You could just have it rounded. And as Mom pointed out, she has it coming, into the line here instead of it being rounded. So there's that option. You can do it like a border. You can have them mirrored. And then you could do what Mom's doing, which is a completely new variation. It's flying flying Cha-Bukra. Something. I don't know. Wheels of Cha-Bukra. I don't know. And then the third one that the third link I put on was just, her sketches of, of what she had done. Just so you have it. So that is it in the nutshell. And yeah, sure, Luna. Yeah, we can. So, so I'm at the point of the big aura. And so I decided that I needed to start it from the top with two curve lines coming down, leaving that gap. Because when you look at it, it was just, a curve line here. So then, like, from this top, from here, it's aura-ing that much, aura-ing this bump, and then another little curve line. So if I do that, well, sort of this, and then here, and then making a big curve line going like this out to either side. Then an S shape coming from that point, and then underneath and curving right into that line. And then I trace over that line just a little bit, so that way, kind of like the takeoff and land idea, so that way it's runs together. And if I don't think about it like that, it's like, oh, look at how nice that looks. Then I try Red Bull. It gives you wings. Yes. I think that is the silliest. Yeah, but we see the commercials. It's like, still, it's like, I don't understand, but okay. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Oh. See. Yeah, so Kenzie, see if this works, if you just kind of split it up. I'm not sure how you're trying to do it, but yeah, working it backwards, backwards in my opinion, just coming from the top down and separating it into two things, that really helps me. Like that. So that way, just the curve line coming up with an S shape. Wow. Thinking is overrated. Shouldn't do it. Like if I just turn it off and not don't think, don't worry. Good. Okay. And then what you do in the middle. But I like what you did earlier. Oh, still get caught up with the S shape. Yeah. Okay. And really, no, and it is a proper S shape. Yeah. Because it's kind of S shape, elongated. But the nice thing is,
What's the nice thing?
I was trying to remember what oh, I have to go back through the recording because now I'm not remembering who said it, because I'm like, oh, we're gonna totally steal that. Oh, maybe it was Shulamit earlier. It's like, I don't remember. I think maybe it was after you had left. We were talking and said somebody will be on that will remember. It's non-representational, so you can mess it up however you want to. Something like that. I was like, yeah, exactly.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, it's just like brilliant. This just like this would make a neat frame. Because I've seen some people that will put little quotes in something, but I'm also looking and I'm not going to do this, but I could. Oh, just barely. Well, no, it still wouldn't fit if you lined it up. But you could cut little slits and tuck. Remember, we did that in class where we tucked in a bijou inside. That was fun. And I'm trying to think, Luna, of the one that defames bananas. I don't know if I want to know. Commercial. Oh, I'm glad we don't watch regular TV. We don't watch TV a whole lot anyway, but sometimes when we do and commercials come on, we're just like, oh, it's gotten so much worse. I like when you did that, when you connected them, though, Mom. Maybe I'll copy you from this morning. That is neat. And with well, actually, yeah, say when you aura the orbs, because at first it was looking like underwater-ish.
Yes, I thought that too. So I decided to change it. Don't know if for the better, but I just decided, I needed to change it. Then I was thinking, well, it sort of looks like snowmen, but
okay, I'm gonna get daring. Okay, I want to know how many other people do this with like it's almost like I have a pen stutter or a tick or something, because I see it on the video and I'm like one, and I'm doing this because it's not quite an air draw. It's just like I don't know what it is.
it's like getting it comfortable in your hand or something.
Yeah, and it seems like
I was watching one of something. It was either Rick or Maria was doing the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I think I had seen one of them do that. I'm just like, but
Yeah, you just kind of roll it until you get a comfortable spot.
It's like it's thinking. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
And the pen is thinking, and it's going, well, I don't know. Huh. That's not gonna be my story. Because I'm just trying to say how far up. I think again that's my worst challenge that I have to work on here. It's like, okay, deciding. Oh, I should have done the other way. That's okay. Where to put this when you have stuff that's going to be above it. Okay. This one is just going to be the acronym from no. Let me think about it. Acronym from earlier. There was one. A little bit further, but I can do these ones a little bit different. That is the beauty. I wasn't going to do 4 again, but maybe I shall. Okay. Okay, my pen says. I was like, is it all right? It's all right. Could you imagine if we did this and we had adult beverages?
And we had what? Adult beverages?
We had adult beverages. We don't need it.
Well, we used to tease your grandma because she didn't drink.
Yeah.
She could be the life of the party. And we used to tease her that if she did drink, she'd probably fall asleep in the corner.
Yeah, probably. Okay, let's see. Well, and you know, we don't know what anybody else is doing because I could have. I mean, I do have a water, but you wouldn't necessarily know.
Yes, that's true. We don't know.
No. All right.
It
And
is 5 o'clock a lot of places, after 5 o'clock a lot of places.
right. Oh, okay. And now my table has decided it's drunk. Decided it thinks it needs to move. No, 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 no. Ugh. Come down. Unplug you. Down table. That's really bad. So apparently on this brand of electronic standing desk, at some point, you know, after the warranty runs out, then it gets a mind of its own. It just starts moving on its own. I'm like, well, you know, I should have got the crank one. And I think two versions. Oh, one more. Let's see. Like, oh, but I still have a middle to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm waiting to see how you're going to tie those all together.
Well, as a part of me wanted to do a, you know, do the mirrored, but then it didn't make those big enough. But that's okay. This is fun. Well, I think okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what am I gonna do? I think orbs. Yeah, I could do one. Yeah, one big orb, and oh,
Or
Manya, I didn't understand what that is. Oh, in rows. Mm.
you could, if you found like the center, you could do
Gem, yeah.
flux shapes going to like the bottom of each one of those four, and then like one in between, like just a burst of flux shapes,
I
like
was,
from the center.
yeah, I was
And
thinking
you
that.
could look at all the dots you could do.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Because I was thinking that, but I could mm, you know, and I was thinking I could just do yeah, like here is the center-ish of that. And oh, but I was thinking, let's see if I shifted my fingers over, what was what were you trying to say? Zen gem, yes. Because I, you know, that's something actually I know in my big one I didn't get a chance to I haven't finished it yet, but I was gonna gemify it. But um no, I think I'm gonna do big flux shapes. We're just gonna do them in
See, I would have them doing one in between each one of those,
two.
touching the
Oh,
bottom
going
of
up.
each of those.
Okay. That's a good idea because I think I could do a big oar, but then as I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to like that.
Yes, exactly.
Brilliant idea.
You could still do, you know how, well, you could do little fluxes in between in each crevice, or you could do orbs in between, like you do when you do flux. You know how you put
Yeah,
orbs in between the little. Yeah, that looks good, Heather.
thank you. Yeah, and I'm thinking, oh, Jenny, so there is a tangle called Flux, and it looks like this. This is actually Rick's version of Flux. So Rick and Maria are, the founders of Zentangle, and there are a lot of tangles where Rick has his way of doing it, and Maria has her way of doing it.
And I don't think we know why they call it that. It's just what they named it.
It's just what, yeah, it's just what they named it, and so that's why we call that the Flux shape.
Because when I think of flux, isn't that what you use when you're doing silversmithing and you apply flux before you apply the heat, and then you melts the solder to put two pieces of metal together? That's
So
called flux. So I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with that.
Tom says yes. And we're all in a state of flux, Jen says. And then I think about yes, Alyssa, weird, yes, the flux capacitor. These kind of, could look like that. I need to watch that movie again. I need to binge all three of them. And it's yeah, movie night. Woo! Saying for those that don't know, because apparently because we're old.
Well,
Back to the future.
Heather and I are signed up to, not that we're going, but we're doing Zen Again in November, which is going to be about the Zenthology. When we were certified, they gave us this whole book of all the official tangles, but not why or how they named them, So
Yeah.
if they don't get into it, we'll ask them that.
Yeah,
Remember that, Heather.
I will. Add it to my list. No.
Of things to remember.
Yeah.
Important stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just calling myself old, Alyssa, because I was doing old references earlier. So at our BNI meeting this morning, the president of our chapter is deaf, and she has cochlear implants, and so she always has trouble getting everyone to order because we got a bunch of rowdy people that and this morning we had I was going to tell you that this morning we had a Bacon Palooza or Bacon Fest, Bacon Stock. We had different names for it. It started off with our web guy talking about how business could be nice if you could have business cards built or printed on bacon.
Oh, gee.
And so we went down this rabbit hole a couple weeks ago, and then decided, hey, let's do a breakfast potluck. And so, and he
This was an in-person meeting.
Yeah. And so he brought bacon because we've done other potlucks before. He does oven bacon, and it's so good. We've started doing that ourselves, and so we had fun. But so when Lisa was trying to get everybody to order, and the attorney in the group, he's like, he starts saying, oh, he starts going, here comes the judge or something. Oh no, like order in the courtroom, and then all I can see, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, it's like all I can see is Sammy Davis Jr. And then one of the other guys, says the thing, and I'm like, it's such a curse, but it's so funny. They don't make shows like that anymore.
No.
And he did his, here comes the judge thing, and it was so hysterical. And then, only the couple, everyone else, we have a nice division, a nice range of ages. And for some, it's just like, oh, you're just going to need to Google that one and enjoy.
And Heather, you're reaching the age that a lot of the people, even on this call, aren't going to know who you're or what you're talking about.
I know. Search laughing. Here comes the judge. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Google it.
Or just look on you. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. But Yeah, well, I used to do that before too. I mean, when you are a throwback, then nobody knows. That's how I got um on the living in denial kick. Oh, Lily Tomlin, yes, was on there with her one ringy dingy, and all that. So good. And Artie Johnson, yes, yes. Oh, that's like this. Oh, yes.
Don't leave out Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Goldie Hawn, yes. We need a little fitting testing. This one. Oh, so yeah, they just, it was good.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah, so that was a good show too.
I think that was her with the toilet paper bit. That was funny.
Oh, you have to remember the tissue paper one, or no tissue. I think it was the last one, their last episode, where they were all crying and they had to all shift to one side because they were in a group hug. So funny. And yes, 3-minute warning, 2-minute warning now. Mother Brothers, good shows.
I'll have to ask my dad. He'll know.
What's that?
I'll ask my dad. He'll know.
Yeah.
I just remember watching this one clip of somebody. She found toilet paper everywhere. She opened up a cupboard. There was toilet paper. She looked in the bathtub. There's toilet paper. It just was everywhere.
It could have been the Carol Burnett show.
That's it.
I'm remembering where they were like doing like it was a commercial, and there was writing on every one, and it said, "Dear Mom, the toilet paper that you use is so rough. You should really change," something like that. On everything, it was in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yes, those were the days.
I saw that when everybody was like mass buying toilet paper, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, then those things just start running in your head. Yes.
Because you're just looking at it going, but there's no more toilet paper to buy.
Oh, so funny. So we'll say not now because we have 1 minute before we have the great reveal and see what everybody did. I'm gonna gemify, I think, these. But you know what's what's so neat is just adding that little bit of, oh, look at how that did. Oh, how neat that is. Yeah, Luna. Yeah, I love watching reruns. The shows are so, they're so much better. And say, and what was I watching? Oh, when friend had posted something. Usually in the summer, I would binge the Monkeys, and actually I haven't done it in a couple years. Beach party movies, because I would watch that with my one grandma. So yes, Alyssa, thank you for putting in the link. Join us on Facebook. We have fun there. But if you want to share and show us what you did, oh yeah, Demi, the Gone with the Wind, so Carol Burnett, so funny. Remember they had it on one channel, like they were bringing her in or something, or bringing her shows in, and they did a marathon, and oh my gosh, we just sat, for the whole weekend and laughed our heads off. Oh gosh. But yeah, so yeah, if you want to, oh, Alyssa, you outdid yourself.
How do you have time to do that and color it all in? I don't get that.
I think she started earlier.
She must be a fast colorer.
She's oh, that's great.
Admit it. You did that this afternoon since morning.
She's like,
oh no, your friend there that just stuck his nose in the picture, he did it or she did it. Oh, Jen, that's beautiful. And Tom, wow. And
yeah.
Rose, oh my gosh.
These are amazing. Shulami earlier said it looked like toll painting, and I'm like, it does. And depending on, and actually, it almost doesn't matter how you decorate it. It does have that toll painting quality. Oh, these are great. Okay, so I see if Trisha just had, I'm just getting a black screen. And don't let your hand fall asleep. I'll give you a fair warning as to when I will take the picture because I don't want your hands to fall off. But I want everyone that wants to get on to get on. Also, so that way I don't take 5 pictures and then have to cut and paste. Oh, Tram, those are great. Hold it up higher.
Yeah, a little higher. Well,
There,
yeah,
there you
that's
go.
good.
There you go. Okay, so if this is everybody. Oh, and Mel G, that did it on a plate. Brilliant. Okay, hold them steady. I'm gonna take it now. All right, I've got it. Let me paste it, and I'll share my screen, and we will see. Yeah, Tom! Oh no, wait, put it back up. Shoot. I did it wrong because
Oh,
I
no.
don't know how to do stuff apparently. Oh, sorry, because you know it's not the same as cutting and pasting. It's print screen, which is backwards. Okay, was this everybody? I hope. And so here, okay. Apologize. Try not to make. I do my best to not make mistakes, but. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. Oh no. Oh, and somebody else joined. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, now hold them. Now it keeps shifting. Okay, hold them steady. And hold your breath. All right, I think I've got it. Let me. This is why I usually try to not say I'm done until I'm done. Got it. You know.
I knew Alyssa had a trick.
you you just can't get good help these days. Meaning me. Oh, great. Oh, and Cassie, I've got you. Oh, did you use shiny? All right, let me share my screen. And we can all take a peek. Alyssa cheated. Oh, so was that the one from earlier? It's really gorgeous. All of them are gorgeous. Yeah, and depending on how, well, no, it does depend, yeah, on how you decorate it. It did have that, yeah, Tom's does have that kind of that toll painting, folksy kind of look. Oh, and Jen did the feather fall behind it, or no, is that feather dance? Fall dance. What is this one called? Fall dance behind it. That's a nice pairing. Oh, these are great. Oh, and Jenny, I like what you did, keeping going behind like that in the, all staggered like that. That is just so neat. Oh, so here you went down the rabbit hole with me. Nice job.
Trying to see where is hers.
Where's it on the top? I'm gonna move it down.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Manya's, look at how the like a tower on top instead of just just a little bump, just kind of going to town up there. And that's a neat idea, having them go all in the center like that, and then you can say as long as they're evenly around the edges, and then you could just keep building like that. How neat. And Debs, that's amazing. And Rosemary, love that. Yeah, and I like the orbs. I'm gonna throw some little pearls in mine somewhere because I need to practice that number one. But they're just so set off the tangle, and I like Sharon's with the. And I'm trying to remember. I know that there was a tangle. I like the border that you used. I know there was a tangle that I forget what it was named that was similar to that. But I love
I'm using a sparkly pen and I didn't even know it.
Oh, we're with the red?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's in the dark over here where I'm drawing. I can't see it. And so I had to hold it under the light. I was just glad that whatever one I grabbed worked. But now I have to go back and redo a lot of the lines because
because you went over.
Obscured them.
Yeah.
It will look better.
Yeah. And I like Tammy's on the black. They're just, how neat. with the extra organics in there, and trams is lovely too. I just we missed the one little corner, but let me look at the chat here because I'm sure that Alyssa put my email address in there. So, and if she didn't, I'm sure she will. We have a link to to the club. Thank you. Oh, look at Shulamit. Oh, that's neat. Yeah,
That is neat.
Yeah, so it's like, it's like, okay, where's the original pair? And then seeing what she does. We had a nice conversation afterwards about, just taking things, apart, doing them differently. It's so fun because you can just do whatever you want to do with them, and it's a nice exploration and creativity. So cool. All right, all right. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does remind me of candy. Manya's reminds Alyssa of candles, and yes. And but if you say, and I'm gonna work at this, and if either tonight, tomorrow, it'll probably be more tomorrow. We'll get this in the queue of getting some things out. So I'll send the recap. If you haven't, I'm gonna try to send it on via email. I'm gonna try to do that at least with the recent ones. But if you go to my website, tangleaddicts.com, and I'm putting my email in there. So if you want to email it to me, if you're not on the Facebook group, then I can add it to the gallery. If you're on Facebook, I just swipe it from there. So that way you don't have to, do it both ways. But that way we can see a nice clear picture of what you did. And but I will get those out. But if you go to my website, Tangle Addicts, and put your email address in to follow my blog, I send it out there first. Sometimes I get distracted and I don't send on the email because it just means a lot of extra steps. So, oh yes, and if you're on Instagram, if you want to do hashtag Tangle Addicts, that's nice too. And do hashtag always have to look at the name just because it's not on top of my head. Well, I put in Deb's Instagram so you could follow her, and then also do hashtag with the I think no dash, just Cha-Bukra, right? See if that looks right. Oops, that's a $sign. That's not going to do anything. And actually, even if you're on the Facebook group, if you put in a hashtag before the name, it just makes it easier to find because you can just search for it that way, and it works. Yes, Heather, something name. Yes. But no, these are also fantastic. So I'm gonna stop the recording now.